Hey y'all, I'm Jessica from How We Make Reality Work, and I am going to show you how we save money over the summer. So we're going to take our daughter's winter clothes and turn them into summer clothes. An old pair of their jeans, and we cut them just above the knee. And then I fold it up to about 14 inches, and they'll fall to be about like a board short length. And you want to try and make sure that they're about the same folded. So you gotta make sure you pull the material tight, especially with something that's stretchy or jeans. Pull it tight so it what? You don't end up with like a loose hemming. Now I stay on the 5/8 of an inch line. So most sewing machines have these markings. I stay on the long line of 5/8 of an inch when hemming. And this is the result, but we're gonna do a full pair of pants. And I go around twice on each leg for security. And we're almost back to the beginning. And you know where the beginning is because you have this little lead of thread that you initially started with that eventually will be cut. And we're back. And you want to make sure you stop where the needle is partially up. You're going to lift your foot and then pull out. I just knocked something over. Huh? So then take your scissors and cut. And make sure you keep your lead. What is this called? I forget. Oh, well, we're calling it a lead. And twist so it stays. And then we're gonna come over here. You can see you do it inside out. It overlaps. You know, it's not perfect, I'm not professional, but this is what we do to save money. So we're not having to buy a winter wardrobe and a summer wardrobe. So I'm gonna cut these. So we're gonna cut these right here. As close to where the lead is as possible. Take your excess thread. I like to have a big lead of excess. If you're better at it than I am, then go for it. Have a small lead, but I like a bigger lead. And then what I do is I take this excess here and I cut as close as possible so it doesn't rub. That I am not perfect. I zigzag cut. I try to cut as straight as possible, but it works. They have no complaints, thankfully. Okay, now we're going to do the other side. Super important to make sure that you're as level as possible. So I take them, and instead of having them like this and sewing them, I take it to the seams, okay? And you take these seams here, you know, your long seam of the jean, and you line them up. This is how I make sure that I stay. This is what works for me. Something else might work for you. And this takes me about 3 hours of my day to do their entire wardrobe, which is not long. And it saves me a boatload of money. I have twins. So, I mean, it's expensive for one child, never mind two. And if you have more than one child, you know, this seriously saves us tons of money. And you make sure that this is even as well. So now that I know that I'm at the same length, I'm going to move on to my other leg. So I take my lead and I pull it a little bit extra. Like, this is a lot. This is like 4 inches here, but I like a little bit extra because I don't want to lose track. And our foot is still lifted. And every sewing machine is a little bit different, but overall the same. You want to stick your pants under and line up. It's super important to line up at the same seam line as you did before on your machine. So mine was the 5/8 inch, okay? So that is where I'm going to stay lined up. And the girls like the clothes. I've done this, I think this is the 3rd year in a row. Right, babies? Is this the 3rd year we've done this? And it's important to go slow or at your pace so that you know that you're staying on your 5/8 of an inch line and you're pulling super tight. You can do whatever makes your life easier. We're almost done with the 2nd round here. And these pants are done. You lift your foot, remember you pull your lead out. Cut your lead and leave it off to the side. We are going to first cut our excess of our original lead. There are some people who are so good at this that they don't have excess and don't have to cut it, but like I said, I'm not perfect, but this is how I make reality work. It's how I save money, and the girls love it. So it's a win-win for us. Hopefully you can take this and it be a win-win for you. Have a good day. Hey y'all, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications.